Is it top of the morning? It's the afternoon, and this is not a podcast. This is video-based content. I figured what we would do here, as we are about halfway through the season, is take a look at the quarterbacks of top. What do they look like? Who are they? What kind of performances have they been putting up? That deal. So a little bit longer. We're going to go in order of the conferences. So ACC, Big 12, Big 10, Pac 12, SEC, and of course our independent team. Yeah, if you are searching specifically for your team and your quarterback, cool. If you're here for the content, awesome. All right, well, let's start with the ACC. And right off the bat, we see Bryce Baker, UNC, leading this team, just one loss on the year, a freshman. Is this a true freshman? Yes, a true freshman, 4-star, 6'3". Take a look at those caps. Worst hair, definitely. And tonight will be the night that I will fall for you. Type hairstyle going on for Bryce Baker. But I mean, that being said, the caps are unreal, and no surprise here that Warren has chosen to go with him. So let's take a look at those stats. Oh, and he's star dev. Oh, we've got a problem here. So 2K yards, 18 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, good for a ratio of 2.6, 9.2 yards an attempt. So Bryce Baker, dual threat guy, maybe not in final form right now, definitely giving more Charmander than Charizard, but Bryce Baker, wow, I did not realize that UNC was cooking. So Gio Lopez may, we see him lower on the list here. May not have it here though. A senior pro-ready guy, elite dev, Cade Klubnik. In fact, might be the only elite dev guy that I've seen. Struggling a little bit here is pitch eyes, 59% completion percentage, 2K yards, 14 touch, 12 picks. Just not pretty. However, part of that could just be filling things out and maybe being a little confident. We've seen this before. So caps are solid. He could probably end up getting an elusiveness bump here soon with those, 3 skill points probably going to get up here soon. But definitely one of the more elite quarterbacks in the game. So pitch as definitely looking to bounce back there. Here next we have Carson Beck, Miami, new user. Another guy, sub 60% completion percentage, more picks than touchdowns. At some point you start asking yourself, hey, maybe we put in the backup, the freshman, and give him reps to get his stuff up, or maybe you're saving a redshirt year, who knows. Has almost everything, a little rough on the throw under pressure, and that could be why. That doesn't look anything like Carson Beck. But I mean, the abilities, man. I mean, Platt field general, you got to think that, Platt headstrong, Platt winning time. He could do everything on the road and when it matters and can see your coverages. We just, Miami needs to kind of put that stuff together a little bit better. Let's speak Kevin Jennings. So SMU and Doom, solid. One of the best completion percentages in the entire conference. The picks are a little bit high. A fair amount of user games or CPU games. This is a junior who he may end up getting back. Not going to grow too much, but I mean, does he need to? 89 speed, 90 throw power, fantastic accuracy. He has room to grow and improve. He may not be like the world beater in terms of abilities, no mentals, but Kevin Jennings, SMU. If he stays for another year, that could be really good news for them. Eli Holstein, Pitt, yikes. The 21 Tuds is not doing it for me and the sophomore. Completion percentage is okay. It's just a matter of keeping it out of the defense's hands. Now, this is a guy that does get a lot quicker. A lot of quickness, caps. Not going to get much better as a passer, but we'll be able to maybe avoid some of those picks by extending plays a little bit more than he is now. So, yeah, rough there. And then there's Tommy Castellanos. 5'9", 86 throw power. I really do not understand why Pest is trying. 54% completion percentage, 7 for 7, and a senior. So he's not getting any better. He's gonna be gone after a year. I don't know what FSU's quarterback scenario looks like, but you gotta ask yourself at some point, is this worth it? So, in fact, while we're here, let's go do that. What is Florida State? Is Florida State fucking up here? You got Applewhite, a freshman, 92 throw power. He's redshirted him. That's why. Okay, a little red shirt for these freshmen. So the future is bright for this team, just slugging it out this year while they can. So that's your ACC quarterbacks. Let's hop over to the Big 12. And leading us off here, Austin Simmons, fresh off of a loss to South Carolina. You hate that, but I mean, one of the premier passers in the league so far, 75% completion percentage, 1,700 yards, 19 tuds, 7 interceptions. So the ratio looking solid. Let's take a look at him. He is 6'4", but he's left-handed, which is really awkward. But as a redshirt sophomore, I'd expect to have him at least a season more. He's going to improve quite a bit. I mean, that throw power could get up to 98, maybe even 99. Accuracies are going to improve a ton. He's not the fastest, but he can get it done. Is he going to be able to get an extender? Break sack is a part of elusiveness, so he could improve enough to get maybe an improved extender. But yeah, Austin Simmons looking good, look clean. Ole Miss, solid team, just 2 losses, but definitely in contention to win this conference here early. Auburn's Jackson Arnold here at 105 of 145 passes, 72% completion percentage, 15 tuds, 9 picks. Set the world on fire to start the season. It's kind of cooled off a little bit. This is a good quarterback. The question will be, does Danny continue to rock him, or does he use the 5-star freshman Deuce Knight, who is lefty, which has proven not to be that big of a deal, but also, you know, he doesn't know if he's going to have him. We're battling the deal breakers here for Auburn. So, yeah, that's Jackson Arnold right there. Again, has been solid to start the year. Has regressed a little bit. Had a really, really rough game against Texas A&M, but bounce it back. Speaking of A&M, here's Marcel Reed, 63% completion percentage, 1,400 yards, 11 touchdowns, 9 picks. I'm not going to lie, I kind of expected a little bit more out of Marcel, a sophomore. Look at these caps, man. I mean, accuracies are going to go up a ton. Quickness, he's one of the fastest at 90 speed. I just don't think he's really been unlocked just yet. You know, we're still waiting. We're waiting for, because the potential's there. We've seen King be able to play good football and get this team deep, and it might just be that, like, they're just asking him to do the simple things, and, you know, limiting turnovers. He does have 9, but yeah, Marcel Reed, pretty nasty. Not gonna lie, one of the, especially as a sophomore, yeah, having 2 more seasons, that'll be nice. Dylan Raiola, the suspended Dylan Raiola, 71%. 13 touchdowns to 3 picks, so really, really protecting the football. I mean, Dylan Raiola was sub 40 interceptions. When was the last time anybody saw that? Fantastic caps. It's going to grow pleasantly for this Nebraska team. So Raiola, star dev, already has off platform. Yeah, this is a good quarterback. 97 throw power. We love that. So Dylan Raiola slinging it for Phil, getting that elo up. Baron Morton, senior star dev. Not a good place for Texas Tech. He's learning. He's getting used to the league and what it's like, and we see that in the interception numbers. But only played 6 games. Well, I guess most people have played 6 games. Just looking at the 3 and the 4s over here. But pretty solid. Just needs to improve a bit and get those touchdown numbers up. Plenty of talent, but he's a senior. So while this is uncapped potential, it's not like he's going to improve much. So he may be spending those points early to get as much as he can to help him in this year. Taylon Green, one of our plat extenders, gold downhill, 61% completion percentage. Little rough on the stats here. Obviously a quarterback that you can use different ways. 6'6", just tall, lanky guy. Look at this. Accuracy caps. Again, he's a senior, so, you know, pretty capped out here, but 91 speed, might be the fastest quarterback in the league. So might need to tune in some Auburn games and see how he is using that guy. And then while we're here, let's take a look at Deuce Knight for Auburn. Oh, that's Jacob Knuth. Knuth? So star dev, 6'4", really good on the throw power. I mean, 99 throw power is pretty much guaranteed for this young man. Accuracies, the throw under pressure is rough, but elite speed, elite elusiveness, could work his way up towards the shifty, who knows. So that's your Big 12 quarterbacks. I don't think I missed anybody. There is Julian Lewis here, the 5-star out of Colorado. So some talent out here in the Big 12, but kind of headed off here by Austin Simmons kind of being the main dominant. So just to recap, our kind of two dominant quarterbacks have been Bryce Baker, Austin Simmons, and, you know, by extension, Dylan Raiola, who's put up 13 touchdowns in just 3 games played. He is suspended, but he's playing good ball. Let's go to Big 10. Fernando Mendoza. Indiana, new user, looking solid. 17 touchdown, 2,000 yards, 7 interceptions. The junior, tall guy, 6'5". What's he looking like? Good elusiveness caps. Not going to get much faster. So, yeah, not going to grow too much, but, you know, already solid. Maybe hit some ability thresholds. So, sick there. Nice Mendoza for Indiana. Next, John Mateer for OU. In typical Joey fashion, high on the interceptions, high on the touchdowns. Completion percentage about average. Mateer is a junior. Probably going to go pro at that 93 overall. Big arm. Good accuracy, and get a lot done. John Mateer. All right, next, Bryce Underwood. Obviously, haven't got a chance for Dilly to play, which sucks, but CPU Bryce is going crazy. 14 tuds, 3 interceptions, 1,800 yards. The real downside here to the #1 recruit in the nation is the caps. They did this man dirty. They did this man absolutely dirty. Over 4 years, this is the most he's supposed to grow. I wonder if you gotta do that thing where caps can get unlocked as a coach to try to unlock Bryce Underwood, because he's nasty, but he's gonna cap out about 87 overall, and that's gross. Drew Aller. The Penn State, look at that, 71% completion percentage, 14 touch, 3 interceptions. This might be the most impressive so far. An over 70% completion percentage. Did Simmons even have that? Simmons at 75. Okay. So, yeah, Drew Aller joining the ranks, 1,600 passing yards, 14 touches. Those picks are down. This is Austin is in full effect here. This is a big arm guy. Get the ball anywhere. Austin's got one of the best passing offenses in the league, and we're seeing it kind of reflourish. So, yeah. Penn State got themselves a field general at the helm. Looking pretty. Julian Sayin for Ohio State. I'm be honest, Sayin is probably the closest I've seen to losing his job. 64% completion percentage, 1,500 yards, 13 touch, 8 picks, but the normal dev sophomore has got a star dev freshman or sophomore right behind him. He's not that fast. Not that accurate. I'm not going to lie. It sucks for a 5-star normal dev, but I'm just saying that if we come down here to St. Clair, right, here's the other one, right? A freshman, star dev. Who are you starting? Are you starting Tavian St. Clair? Look at these caps. Uncapped in power. Yeah, I think the decision should be clear for Ohio State. But I think he did give him a red shirt. Let me see. Yeah, he's got a red shirt on him. So as long as he stays, that's going to be the future for Ohio State for sure. Billy Edwards, 62% completion percentage, 1,400 yards, 13 touchdowns, 6 interceptions for Nano's quarterback. Billy Edwards, the senior on his way out. You know what? The fact that you're having decent yards with this kind of guy is giving me some hope in you, Nano. This is not a very good quarterback. You're getting the job done. Keep the picks low. Love that. George McIntyre. So Aguilar. Well, it looks like we have 2 Tennessee quarterbacks, both getting reps. It looks like he might have given up on the senior and gone in favor of the freshman. So let's take a look at him. 6'6", 14 touch, 16 interceptions, 4-star. Ooh, yeah, these are caps, brother. These are good caps, my guy. What is his potential impact? Okay, I see the vision for the young Tennessee. So, yeah, some interesting, there's even Jake Mecklenburg, another freshman star dev. Okay, Tennessee, you over here. Okay, so we've got two potential Tennessee superstar quarterbacks, and then St. Clair, obviously, right there. So Big Ten got more future, but I would say the only real dominant force here has got to be Drew Allar in terms of user skill. Obviously, Bryce's numbers match that, but 71% completion percentage. Love that. Love that. Love that. Let's go to Notre Dame and look at the freshman he's got. CJ Carr. Ooh. Ooh. Oh. Star Dev. 76% completion percentage, 1,800 yards, 19 touchdowns, 5 picks. Slow down. Yes, this team lost to Oregon. But also, oh, look at the caps. And he already has gold off platform. And he'll get plat here soon. Oh, this is a good quarterback. CJ Carr. CJ Carr. Okay. I'm a believer. And look, a little sophomore star dev right behind him. Looks like he gets some playing time in the garbage yards. All right, let's hold over west to the Pac-12. Look at this. Sam Levitt. I mean, give me a break. 78% completion percentage? Are you serious? 2,300 yards, 27 touchdowns, 9 picks? He's the best quarterback in the league right now. Accuracies on fleek, power there. Quickness, enough. Enough for P-Town. Banger. Oh, man, Oregon's got a plus champ contender. Damn it, I needed them to have closer to C. Dante Moore here for Oregon, 72% completion percentage, 17 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. This is not bad either. It just looks rough compared to that, but I mean, Dante Moore and Ahard, what he's got cooking up at Oregon, absolutely deserves some respect here. This is a sophomore, true sophomore, good throw power, not going to get much faster, but elusive. Dante Moore. Oh, he's a redshirt sophomore. Okay, he's a redshirt sophomore. But either way, should have him for 2 more seasons. Maddox Madsen of Boise State, 61% completion percentage, 1,800 yards, 11 touch, 20 picks. Yeah, we knew that was going to be a struggle spot for Boise State. Madsen, 88 throw power, can grow in quickness, but not really much else. Not pretty there. All right. Nico for UCLA. Is that Maliaba? 65%, 1,400 yards, 11 touch, 8 interceptions. This is a guy that maybe his stats aren't exactly jumping off the board at you, but it's 6'6" and a big 97 throw power. And look at these caps. I mean, come on. This guy's unreal. This is the kind of guy who very much what I had whenever I played him. It was like, okay, he's good, and then play action bomb, and it's over your head. You can't sleep on Nico at any point, and the stats aren't quite there yet, but yeah, Nico's good stuff. Jaden Mayava, 63%. Completion percentage, 13, almost 1,400 yards, 11 tuds, 11 picks. Steele has been very pedestrian with Jordan. I can't say he's lighting the world on fire with him. This is a solid quarterback as a junior. It's got that 90 throw power minimum you're looking for. Can improve on speed, but yeah, gonna need to improve the stat column a little bit here and win some games. Otherwise, it looks like potentially deal breaker, maybe losing out on him. So, Jaden, decent, but could be better for USC. Oh, hello, friend. Devin Dampierre, 70% completion percentage, 1,200 yards, 11 touchdowns, just 1 pick on the year. I think might be the highest touchdown ratio in the league for the users. Devin should come back next year. It's all dependent on the deal breaker of pro potential. Not much I can do there. A lot of caps on the throw power. Could get faster. Just 88 speed. Obviously, the gold shifty makes it look a lot quicker, and he feels a lot quicker. But yeah, really, really solid start to the season for Devin. Got those rushing yards up. Had a big game against Washington. So, yep, should return. If not, I will need help. So, all right, looks like that is it. Hey, listen, this Luke Moga guy, he's just sitting on the Oregon bench. Look at these. Look at this. Quickness, 90 speed, just sitting here. 87 throw power accuracies. Hey, in the future, watch out for this Moga guy. All right, and finally, your SEC, 63% completion percentage, 2,141 yards, 27 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, rivaling Sam Levitt for the best in the league if it wasn't for a 13-point difference in completion percentage is DJ Lagway, 98 throw power. A little bit of room to grow, but I think DJ has kind of hit final form here, especially with the abilities. I don't know if he can get gold, he can get option king. Does he have enough accuracy jumps? If he gets 3 deep accuracy, then he'll be good for gold dot, which isn't bad. That'll help a ton. But yeah, Lagway, certainly the most dominant force in the league at the moment. Obviously Lovett is like the best in terms of the stats and how he's playing, but everybody's terrified to play Lagway in another guy that we're going to talk about here soon. Here's Garrett Nussmeier, 65% completion percentage, 800 yards, 17 touchdowns, and only 5 interceptions. And you know what? I think part of that has to play with there's been some desyncs in these games that Donnie's kind of maybe thrown a lot of picks. Your prototypical passing or pocket passer, 96 throw power. Yeah, not too bad there, and the production's been where it needs to be for LSU. Lost a couple key games, but this is absolutely a team I'm expecting to see in the postseason. This is the kind of quarterback that can get the job done. Arch Manning, 71% completion percentage, 1,700 yards, 13 touch, 2 interceptions. Okay, hold on, Arch. Arch's kind of sitting pretty here. The caps are solid for the Manning. 91 overall. That's a good quarterback. I think he might have to be worried about he might lose Arch after a season. I mean, because he can go pro now. We'll see. If he can keep him, that'll be terrifying. But yeah, up here with the big dogs, I'd say top 5 is Arch Manning in his season so far. Keelan Russell, the freshman for Alabama, has gotten the nod as the starter. Star Dev, learning growing pains at the moment. 65% completion percentage, 1,700 yards, and even across the board. But let's see what the future looks like for young Keelan Russell. These are not that good. Big arm out of the gate. Accuracy, we'd love to see a little bit more, especially that throw under pressure. He's got good speed and can get a lot faster. So, interesting. Dual threat quarterback there. Room to grow for sure, but gotta see a little bit more out of Neko. Ryan Puglisi, 69% completion percentage, nice 1,700 yards, 18 touch, 12 picks. Another young freshman getting the nod to start. The Star Dev, look at these caps. These are caps right here. Kind of locked into being a pocket passer, but gonna have a big cannon of an arm. I expect 96 throw power. Accuracy is gonna be in the 90s. So Ryan, if he stays there at Georgia, bright future for him. Gonna have plenty of receiving talent coming in for him. Negative 28 rushing yards on the year. Ooh. All right, Lenora Sellers. This is who everybody's terrified of. 71% completion percentage, 1,300 yards, 9 touchdowns, just 1 pick, fresh off of a absurd performance against Ole Miss. I haven't gotten to see a lot of them due to CPU games, but I mean, is he a senior? He's a sophomore. Oh my God, Lenore, this is absurd. The speed is there, the abilities are there, the power's there. This is a one-of-one quarterback. So I would say if I had to make a top 5 right now in terms of just how they're playing, I would say Levitt, no particular order. Levitt, Lagway, Sellers, Manning, and then your pick of Dampier, Allar, Bryce Baker. Was that his name? Bryce Baker for the ACC? Yeah. Your pick. All right. Is there any other? Air Noland has got to be one of the coolest names I've ever seen. All right. Doesn't look like there's any other guys in the league. So I think that is our league's quarterback. So thanks for hopping in. Enjoying the video. It's a quick one, 25 minutes, going through everybody's quarterbacks. And who do you think top 5 quarterbacks in the league are? Who's the most terrifying to play so far? Did I miss out on anybody? Let me know. See you.